Good morning, Modern Steaders. Nice balmy 49 degrees out this morning. That's a high for us this time of the year. It's raining. We've got over a half-inch of rain so far this morning. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad it's not snow. Yep, the boys want out. I see the pigs, they're out drinking. You gonna let me in? I gotta trick you, put a little feed over there and then come over here. There we go. Good morning, Hope. Little man. Good morning. Little pig. We can't even see you, it's so dark. I'll give you a minute to wake up, Willow, so you don't poop on the milking stand, okay? I'll be back after I feed the boys. We'll get the boys fed, then we'll go back and milk Willow. Maybe she won't poop on the milking stand this morning. Maybe that'll do the trick. All the other animals on the farm are nice and quiet. You're not going with the flow here. Alright, Willow. Little pig. Come on. You're gonna stay out back over there. If you go to the bathroom, do all your business, gave you time. That didn't do the trick, guys. As soon as I sit down, look. Willow, come on. Oh. Look at that. Thanks for the fertilizer. She's supposed to do that out in the stall. Let's try this again. Since we've started using this milking machine, Willow has become a lot more patient milker. I know we get a lot of comments about using the milking machine, but she likes it. She likes it better than hand milking. She's never been a great, I shouldn't say a great milker, she's never been a patient milker. And using the milking machine, she has a lot more patience. Last year, she would not stand like this in the milking stand. So, we're doing really good. Next year, this time next year, we'll be milking 3 goats. You're making sure you're getting every last crumb out of there? Is that good? You ready now? Morning, Blossom. I don't see the goats going out anytime soon while it's raining. The chickens are over there waiting for us. You in heaven, ducks, with the rain today? The chickens don't look so pretty when they got wet feathers. You're never gonna guess what we're doing this morning. I can't believe it's already that time. Oh, we gotta get snow tires put on Gina's car. Studded snow tires. Oh, it's gonna be here before we know it. I was just checking the weather forecast and they're calling for an inch of snow next week. I like to get the tires on a little early, so that way we beat the big rush of everybody trying to get their tires put on the same time. I don't know, I like the purple foam, guys. I'm glad I went with the purple foam versus the foil-backed foam. I would not like looking at it, like tin foil on the garage door all the time. And I have to wipe it down with something. It's covered with dust and just foam particles because there's so much static. I did order the heater yesterday for out here. That should be coming in within a week, and we'll have to do a little bit of research to install it. We've been dealing with a flat and low tire on the Kubota for over a year now, probably. We put slime in it about 3 months ago, maybe, and the slime hasn't held. I've been having to put air in the tire, at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week, depending on how much we've been using it and the weather. Now that it's starting to get cold out at night, the tire's been getting really low, so we need to change it out. I have a tube, but I don't know what we're gonna be getting into. Taking it off, how hard it's gonna be breaking it off the bead, and then how nasty that slime is gonna be in there. I've heard a lot of horror stories about trying to repair a tire after it's had slime in it. So, we're gonna find out today if we'll ever use slime again. I brought down what I thought we're gonna need for tools because we still don't have the workshop set up. All right. We'll take the tire outside once we have it off, get the air out, and try breaking it down outside. So that way we don't get all that slime in the shop. Should be high enough. Get a jack under it. We'll put a jack under it too, just for stability. All right. Then it can't go down, at least. It's funny, being used to working on cars in New England, there's usually everything is rusty and cruddy and nothing comes apart easy, but working on a tractor that's never seen salt, it's just different. We've had this tractor for 4 or 5 years now, and for the threads on the lug nuts to still be clean you would never see that on a car. All right, let's take it outside and we'll pull the plug and see what happens. My guess is the slit right here on the sidewalls are too much for the slime to handle. But I'll find out what it looks like. I don't know where to stand. I don't want to get covered. That was a little disappointing. I was expecting slime to come out. Now it's gonna be fun breaking the bead. Let's see, I don't got any spoons, but I do have some pry bars and some screwdrivers. It's gonna be the fun part, getting the bead broken. That was easier than I thought. Alright, so the rim is covered in slime. That wasn't bad at all, guys. I shouldn't need to take the tire all the way off. I should just be able to tuck my tube in there. hate cutting a perfectly good valve stem out, but you might get covered in slime if you stay over here, Figaro. You've been warned. Now, if you guys know a good trick for putting a tube in a tire, leave it down below. I've never been good with these. There we go. Washer and then the nut. All right. Now I have two nuts. I'm assuming the two nuts is so you can like lock it in place and you don't have to worry about it vibrating loose. Not sure about that either, so let me know. So close. No way. No way. Make sure there's no tube pinched anywhere, because I don't want to have anything pinched and then break something. Nope, they look good. Let me go get my ratchet set. Alright, I'll take a second nut and we'll give it a good little twist, tighten it up. That way the vibration doesn't loosen up the first nut. Let's get some air in it and see how it holds. Do. Whoops. That'll scare you. Alright, I'm gonna go nice and slow. Make sure it's gonna hold the air. And we don't have the tube pinched anywhere. Might have to order another one to keep on hand. Just in case the other tire needs it. That was a pretty easy fix. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, to be honest with you. 18 by 19. I don't have to look that up. Get some of that dirt off of it. Snug up the nuts. The bolts, I should say. Lug bolts, not lug nuts. Now I should do this way. You're wondering why I put a block of wood under the bucket. Didn't want to bar up the concrete floor.
I'm gonna make some egg noodles. I've never done this before. I usually Al and Olivia do it. So I'm gonna make the dough and then I'll let it sit so then when Olivia gets home, she can help with the fun part. So it's 2.5 cups of flour and a pinch of salt. Tablespoon of butter, 1/2 cup of milk. Beat your eggs. Two eggs beaten. Add that in. Almost there. Gonna call that good. Now I'm gonna let that rest for.
How many eggs? What's that? Wonder what he's got.
I'm guessing 12.
An apple? 12? 2, 4, 6, 8, holy moly. 10, 12, 14. That's a lot of eggs for this time of the year.
I changed my guess and I guess 14. 14.
Oh yeah, you can't change your guess while I'm counting.
No, I didn't know that there was going to be 14.
You goats are doing a good job over here eating down all the bramble and invasive weeds. Keeping the pasture cleaned up, huh? Looks good.
Magnolia!
What you do with Pluto, Tanner? Huh?
Did you leave her all the way out here? Did you leave her all the way out here?
You left her in the pasture? She's way out there all by her lonesome now.
Oh, she don't care.
I'm curious to see how your rainwater collection system's doing with all the rain we got this morning. Go ahead, throw it in that dish. And then I'll check their water while they're eating. You got some on their ears. Oh! You touched the fence. You should know better. Oh, did this fill up? Oh yeah, she's half full anyways. How's that grain? Don't get me dirty! Chop, you got some grain on your nose. Looks like I'm saving it for later. What are you doing, Zeke? Mr. Caleb. Pretty soon we'll be putting you boys to action. It's gonna be breeding time.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You gotta get that front pen finished.
Okay, let's make the pasta. Do you want to help us or no?
I'd fold it and then put it in there.
You wash your hands.
Yes,
That call. Silly putty. They don't have time to dry and stuff.
Yeah, they really don't gotta dry anyway. I wouldn't fold it, just put it back in again. Because it's so fresh. And it's squished so much. Do it, no, do it again. Just They look delicious.
Olivia did a great job.
And she had fun too. Huh, Livy's?
Don't give up, there's rest for your weary soul, and time to heal, yet still you fight with what you're told, and hold on to your scars and wounds and paths of home. And I said, ooh, what would you do?
We haven't had homemade egg noodles in quite a while, and man, I forgot how delicious they are and how easy they are to make. We never used to have a pasta maker until last winter. We used to just roll them out with a rolling pin, and then we would cut them with our pizza slicer or a butter knife. And either way, they are delicious, and we're gonna have to stop making these more again. When we make a batch, we can get enough for 2 meals. So tomorrow night, Gina's got an idea to use up the rest of them, and I'm looking forward to it. I think we all are. Man, changing the tire over to a tube tire on the Kubota was a lot easier than I thought. I've kind of been putting off that project. I was like, oh, it's got slime in the tire, it's gonna be a mess. Putting the tube on and breaking the bead might be a pain in the butt. I've had that tube in the basement. I reordered it. I just was on Amazon. I had to reorder it. I had that for almost a year. It was just one of those projects that I just kept putting off because I thought it was going to be a pain, but also probably because I didn't have a workshop to do it in before, and it was in the winter time when I needed to do it last. So all in all, it went good, and we got to use the new workshop for working on the Kubota, so that was pretty fun. Thanks for coming along on our journey with us, guys. You're a huge blessing to us in our homestead. I just was reading a quote. I thought I'd share it with y'all. Remember that happiness is a way of travel, not a destination. That is so true. It's just how we go through our journey is to be happy. We don't get to be happy at the end. We get to be happy while we're doing it. So hope you guys strive for that. Put a smile on your face. You are unique in your own way, and own it, because the world would be pretty boring if we were all the same. So thanks for coming along on our journey with us, guys, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres.